execution after 6 p.m. Central Time this evening, unless the Supreme Court steps in. Let's talk about it more with Texas Congressman Michael McCaul. He is chairman of the Homeland Security Oversight and Investigations Subcommittee. He's also a former Texas Deputy Attorney General. So you have heard the Obama White House saying that this is going to do irreparable harm to U.S. interests if this execution goes forward. Should it?
I think it should go forward. I think what the Obama administration is trying to do is intervene and defy Supreme Court precedent and the state of Texas and laws from the state of Texas on this consular notification issue. And remember, this is a cold-blood killer that raped and brutally, grotesquely raped and murdered a 16-year-old. He deserves to be executed. But when you look at the law here, the consular notification issue was waived. It was never timely asserted. And under Texas law, if it's waived, it's waived. What the Obama administration is trying to do is say that this International Court of Justice and the UN takes priority over the laws of the United States and our Constitution.
All right,
I totally disagree with this.
The Attorney General, Eric Holder, says if the U.S. goes forward with this execution, it could have adverse consequences for American citizens who might get arrested overseas. Is that a valid argument?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think if they want to talk to our consular's office, they have that right. Mr. Garcia had that right. Mr. Garcia did not assert that right. And now at the 11th hour is trying to throw up a straw man before the U.S. Supreme Court so he will not, the execution will not go forward. I think this is just a criminal defense lawyer ploy at the last minute. It was waived. It was never timely asserted. And frankly, he confessed to this brutal killing prior to any arrest that was made. So consular notification wouldn't have any prejudicial effect to his case. It simply wouldn't have made any difference in this case.
Let me turn your attention to another Texas case that has legal ramifications and where the death penalty is in play. I'm talking about the Army court-martial coming now against Major Nidal Hasan, the suspect in the Fort Hood rampage. He's charged with 13 counts of premeditated murder, 32 counts of attempted murder, and the Army says it is a death penalty court-martial coming up. You agree with the prospects here?
I do agree with that assessment, and I think I commend the Army for going forward, finally, almost after 2 years, with a death penalty case. I mean, here's an individual who killed 13 of our soldiers on a military base. I went to the funeral ceremony. It was just very emotional, and an unborn child. If he doesn't deserve the death penalty, I don't know who does in this country. And I think this will be treated as a criminal homicide prosecution. I'm looking forward to holding hearings after this prosecution to really get to the bottom of what was motivating Mr. Hasan. What were his contacts with Anwar al-Awlaki, the terrorist in Yemen? What was his connection to Pakistan? There's so many unanswered questions about his overseas connections and what he was really doing, and his radicalization during the process in which the military did nothing. And finally, the information the Joint Terrorism Task Force had about Mr. al-Awlaki, his communications with Major Hasan at Fort Hood. Why wasn't that information shared with General Cohn at Fort Hood when it could have possibly stopped the murder of the 13 soldiers?
A lot of questions there. Let's hope you get some answers. Congressman Michael McCaul, Republican of Texas, thank you.